Hi everyone, happy Halloween. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to do a spread today called Trick or Treat. We're going to look at something that's coming in to trick you and something that's coming in to treat you. I'm going to do kind of like a larger spread and tie that in. This is a general reading for the collective, so parts might not resonate with you, and that's okay. Let's see what we get. I'm going to pull out all of the cards here, have a look, and then we'll see what happens. Interesting. I'm saying interesting because, let me just clean this up before I show you. Because the two cards here that, or the four cards I should say, that fell face down is the trick and the treat. It's like a surprise here. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you. In the center of your reading, we have the Empress, which is beautiful. That's abundance. That's self-worth. That's success. I heard that's success. And other people are feeling and seeing you as the Empress as well. Even past people, I heard. Somebody, if we're talking about the past, somebody is here wanting to start a new cycle with you. And for whatever reason, whether this is true or not, they see you as open to that. They want to fix some kind of betrayal, okay? And it seems to be genuine so far from what the cards I have here. I feel like they made a choice and they feel like it, they were forced into his decision, or they had no other choice, but they did, okay? Wherever they're at now, it's not growing, it's not flourishing, and so there's some regrets. According to this reading, though, you're not having it. You're not having it. I don't think you want anything to do with that. Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, if this isn't about someone in the past, and maybe this is someone new coming in, then they have a really good heart, but they've been through some stuff, and they're looking for you to kind of help them out of that. So it feels like they've been through a recent breakup of some sort. They have come into some money, though, so it could be a divorce. They made the decision to have the divorce or to separate or whatever the case is. They could also be having a new job here, too. They want someone to share it with. They are happy, okay? They are a happy person, but they're kind of like still feeling the pain from the last relationship. So that's just something to keep in mind. They are feeling and seeing you as the Empress, not gender specific. So it feels like home. I heard they want something to feel like home, or if you already know this person, they feel like you feel like home to them. If this isn't about love at all for you, and it's, you with you, or about a career, then you're doing real well, okay? What's crowning you is the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. That's deciding to take the path of success here. And of course, it could be all of these things at once. And it's odd because I don't normally read like this. So, maybe it is all of these things. But this is you choosing the road to success. That's what's crowning you. That's what's on your mind. Not going to let anything get in your way. You want to expand in some sense or another. Even like spiritually in a way. You want to incorporate more things into your life. You want more... You want something to feel more sacred, your life in general, including the work that you do, the friends you have. I heard the people you make love to, okay? You want a sacred connection. What's grounding you is the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm seeing this, it's interesting, I'm seeing this as a child-like energy here, and then like a really kind of wicked mother energy, archetypes. Doesn't mean that this is the dynamic you experienced, but I am seeing that it's almost like a overprotective mother to the point where something gets stifled. And that's because there's something that's coming back up. You're learning something about your past, or memories are coming back up. They're difficult memories. Okay, they might even be memories that you had repressed. Something's coming back up. And it doesn't feel good. Okay, it feels a little bit difficult here. It does feel like a trick or treat situation. Is this coming back up to show me something, or is it coming back to pull me down? It could be an actual person coming back, but I feel like it's more of evaluating where you are, how you got where you are. I heard where you're going, which is a good place. And that's why you have the strength to think about some of the difficult things that have happened in your life. But it does feel like a little bit of a repeat, like something needs to be processed or resolved before change can happen. And you know this intuitively, and that's why it's coming up. Something about that overprotective energy, perhaps. This could be you with yourself. It could be a partner you were with. It could be a workplace. But something wasn't letting you grow. It's interesting though, because in the past the choices you made were choices out of happiness. Like you didn't feel forced to make a choice. Whatever you chose gave you some form of happiness. And then it's kind of like in the middle of it, you suddenly recall something. You suddenly recall a difficult feeling that kind of leads you to question where it is you're actually going. This seems like a very specific reading. I don't know. So let's see. Well, hold on a second. You have to release a little bit some of that energy of trying to get into your subconscious, trying to relive some memories. It's not a bad thing to process that. It needs to be processed. It needs to be thought about. Okay, whatever this is. But it could, with the Wheel of Fortune, it could be trick or treat. It could be a trick or treat situation here. I'm seeing the number 10 and 3, which for me is obviously 13, the Death card. It's about letting those things surface naturally rather than trying to pull them out. Okay? So when difficult memories come up, deal with them, think about them, but don't sit there trying to remember the difficult memories. I hope that makes sense. Because that can lead you down a path where it looks pretty negative here with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Let me get a message here about that. Way too many. See, but I see summon. It's like you're summoning something. I'm gonna have to... This feels like a very strange message. The fledging. That's a new beginning here. And I think that's what you're after. See, it's like all of these things inside of you, you're trying to pull them out so that you can have a new beginning. And I do see that success coming towards you. There's no doubt about that. Honesty. You're trying to start denial here, self-worth. Yeah, risk. You're trying to have a new beginning, and you will have a new beginning with that Wheel of Fortune here, crowning you especially. And you made this happen. You're trying to do it with honesty, though. And it's not just being honest to other people, but it's being honest to yourself about who you are, what you've been through, where you come from, what you want, the risks you took, what you should have done, all of the stuff. But I'm really getting a sense of heaviness. There's something heavy here, okay? And in going deep, deep, deep down into that subconscious chamber, I heard, you're almost risking your self-worth a little bit. Like, how do I explain this? Belonging. Reminder. Yeah, it's like bringing up a reminder or a sense of feeling left out. It's denying how far you've come. You have a lot of self-worth. That's your truth, that you have a lot of self-worth. And yeah, you got there in a certain way. It's hard. It's difficult. It's nuanced because you should look at your past and you should, do all of that kind of work. But there's just something that's just too risky here that you're trying to understand. High Priestess of Fire. It's bringing up, though, too much too soon. Too much too soon. So take it easy. So this is like you doing shadow work and it's just bringing up too much too soon. And this is going to impact relationships, I'm hearing. Okay, let's find out how. How is this going to impact relationships? Two of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. The Hermit. This is not making the decision to go out there in the world, and shine your light. It's about staying small, staying quiet, trying to do that investigative work into who you are to avoid conflict in your new beginning. But the issue here is that the Two of Wands is in reverse. You're not choosing a path. It's like a state of limbo, which sometimes is healthy and a good place to be in, that in between where you need to discover where you want to go, but not now. It's a time for movement now. Let's get another one of these cards. Take it easy on yourself. The Warrior. The Warrior, lust here and beauty, playful, could have something to do with, this isn't going to be for all of you, but it could have something to do with like relationship trauma and things of that nature. Not all of you, but the Warrior fights battles, but doesn't go looking for them. The Warrior doesn't go looking for the fight, the conflict, the battle. And it's interesting because you're attempting to avoid the battle and the fight in the future or even in the present moment by going within, but that's actually where the battle's being created. So let's look at what the trick is. The Page of Wands with the Six of Cups. This is digging into, thinking about the past. The Page of Wands is a messenger, trying to find things from the past. Six of Cups. You could be, getting in touch with people from your past to try to bring up things, or you could be hearing from people from the past and it could be creating all of this. Or it could be that past person I was talking about in the beginning. But certainly there is a trick here when it comes to messages about the past. Messages to yourself, from yourself. I heard it's just out of reach. When you're ready, you'll know. When you're ready, I'm hearing you'll know what happened. When you're ready, you'll know why things happened. I heard brave. It's very brave what you're doing. But you need to rest. You need to rest. Okay. This is interesting. Let's get a couple more messages on that. Too busy for drama. I feel like this is, other people's drama, but your own as well. You have things on the go. The Wheel of Fortune's here. Things are coming in. It's not a time for this. You're too busy for it. Addiction. What's the addiction? Apology. In deep. Yeah. The new path. Yeah. The new path is here. The addiction is, how do I say this? Well, there was things that happened to you that weren't right. And you deserve an apology for that. Oh, I heard Spirit says they're sorry. Okay, they're sorry. If that's what you need. I heard if that's what you need. There's an addiction. This might not be for all of you, okay? So if it doesn't sound like you, then don't worry about it. Too busy for drama. Don't worry about it. But there's a desire, an addiction, a drive to get an apology for something that happened when you were young, 6 of Cups, that happened to you. I think it was something difficult here. Whatever that is, bullying, I don't know, you witnessed something terrible happen to your parents, something happened to you, whatever the case is. And you never really got an apology from the universe, or you never really, as you felt it, or you never really got an apology from the perpetrators or the people around you who knew that. And so now you're a little bit addicted to getting that apology in the connections that you find yourself in. So that's that classic, dating your mother or father kind of that Freudian idea, right? And because you're trying to resolve an anxiety that you have that still exists within you, a trauma perhaps from childhood. Why do you need an apology, I heard? I'm really stuck on the addiction and the apology. It seems to be very important here. And with the card in deep, it's deep rooted. And I feel like that's part of the soul searching that you're doing, is there's a little bit of an addiction to go in and find out, who should be sorry? Are you sorry? There's blame. When there's an apology, there's also blame. And some people deserve to be blamed, okay? And others don't, including yourself, I feel. Yeah. What's the treat? The High Priestess with the King of Cups. The High Priestess with the King of Cups. It came out in the reverse, and I feel like in the reverse here, all of these emotional blocks that you're trying to uncover, that you're trying to dive into to really find out, what's going on with you and your soul and your ascension process. The things you're coming up against that are cold and that you feel maybe don't belong to you, or just the confusion overall, the murkiness. The treat is that that's not where your magic is. That's not where your intuition is. And that's a treat because those places don't feel too good. How do I say this? This is an interesting, difficult to articulate energy. Mood swings, mask. Yeah, those moments of emotion that just rush back to you and you're trying to trace and track where it's coming from, they mask digging into those is masking your intuition in some way. Pessimistic. It's getting you to see things like it's dark. Going another layer. Fool me once, you don't want to be tricked again. You don't. But the treat really is that you're not going to be tricked again. Let's pull, it is. You know, your intuition isn't in that place. Your intuition is where you are now. And I feel like some of you are trying to go back there so that you can build your intuition. It's like do the shadow work so you can gain more intuition. And that's right. But where you're going, it's not the place right now where your intuition is. The star. Oh, yeah. You've done a lot of healing already. You don't need to go there just yet, right now. No. Give yourself a break. You're healing. You're kind of playing a game with yourself, okay? Set yourself free. It is kind of like a jigsaw that you're trying to work through. You're guided, you're protected. You're a beautiful soul here with that star card coming out. Really, to you know, clarify your treat. Your treat is wish fulfillment, healing. The devil with the 6 of bats, the 6 of swords. This is moving away from that kind of toxic, dark addiction energy from people in the past who brought that up, from new people coming in, from feeling like you always have to fight a battle, from avoiding, you know, there's lots of things that are going on in this reading. I'm going to have to watch it back because I'm not even sure it made too much sense. And it doesn't really matter if it does. It's not my message. It's not for me. Although parts could be. And that's something else too. The positive messages are also for you. I'm hearing the positive messages that you receive are also for you. Okay. Whew. 2 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, you're gonna, you got good things coming here. The treat is really good. The treat is the star. I don't want to keep digging because the point of this reading is really to stop. So let's get a message from your spirit guides here. What do you want to tell the collective? I love this one. Synchronicity. Let's get one more. Stay connected. Oh, I feel like I need one more. Keep digging, I heard. Keep digging. Okay. Well, okay. We'll take the one that fell over here. We can be here all night. Okay. Synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they are being guided to you by spirit for a specific reason. Then stay connected came out. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. And I feel like this is really important. You're journeying through life and yourself, but you have to trust that God, source, the universe, whatever you want to, conceptualize it as spirit as, trust that you'll get there in time. You have a willingness. It's obvious. It's seen. But I'm like even a little choked up about it all because your intentions are so good. They're so pure. But you're being too hard on yourself and blocking potentially some really amazing things that are coming in as treats for you. Oh, okay. Caregiver. Oh, we are with you. And spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others. Shit. It's this Cancer moon, I'm telling you. Especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. That's interesting. So if you were witnessing someone you love and care about do what you're doing, what advice would you give them? I love you so much. I'll see you next time.